Hi everyone, I'm Dennis Körer from Körer Medical Engineering, and I'm excited to introduce you to the EndoColibri, our innovative new irrigation system by EndoColibri products. In this short tutorial, I'll walk you through everything you need to know to get started. I show you how to set up the system, how to use it during treatment, and how to effectively irrigate a root canal for optimal results. I guide you through each step, making sure you feel confident using the EndoColibri in your practice. So let's dive in and get started. So, like the EndoColibri comes in a hard case, which has all the things you need in it. So, the system is available for most ultrasonic or sonic systems. So, we have an adapter for the Sonic Flex Quick, for the Sonic Flex, the normal one. We have an ultrasonic EMS adapter. We have an ultrasonic satellite adapter. And for the ones who use Sirona, we have a Sirona ultrasonic adapter. So when you buy the EndoColibri, you choose the system you're using. And anytime you ever want to use the EndoColibri with another system, you can just order the according adapter. The set comes with in a total of 6 EndoColibri chips, 3 of the size 4095 and 3 of the size 3590. This means that the inner cannula has a diameter of 0.35, so ISO 35, and the outer cannula has an outer diameter of 0.90. So it also comes with a total of 6 EndoColibri hoses. These hoses connect to the EndoColibri chip and then connect the system to either the share side vacuum or your external surgical vacuum pump. So then we have the EndoColibri probe in there, which is used to measure the depths from the depths of the pulp chamber where the orifice of the root canal starts, to mark that length on your EndoColibri chip. I'm going to show that later to you. The EndoColibri marker is used to mark the macrocannula, and this is the universal adapter which is used to connect your EndoColibri system to your share side vacuum. And then, of course, we have the flat key, which is used to either connect the ultrasonic tips to your sonic device or ultrasonic device, and also it is used to tighten the EndoColibri chips into the adapter, which I'm going to show later on in the tutorial. So to set up the system for your treatment, you take the adapter, and for example, for the Sonic Flex Quick handpiece, you take this and then you use the torque wrench to tighten it and take it apart. So then, according to your individual case, you choose the right EndoColibri tip and open it. Inside you will find the EndoColibri chips. So you take one of the tips and then you insert them into this adapter and screw this in there. Then you use the flat key to tighten it. Not too strong, but so it is firmly tight. So then we take the EndoColibri hoses open this. These hoses they come with a adapter which is connected to the blue side of the tube, and this will then be connected to your vacuum. And this part is connected to the EndoColibri chip, so you just push this over the end and make sure you put it down till the end so you have a nice seal. To connect the system to your share-side vacuum, you use the universal adapter, put it in here, and then you can connect this adapter to your share-side vacuum. And then the system is ready. The clear adapter is used to connect the system directly to your external vacuum unit. The EndoColibri probe is then used to measure the depths of the pulp canal chamber to the orifice of the root canal, where the macrocannula will bind with the root canal wall. This length is then transferred to the macrocannula using the EndoColibri marker. This mark is then used to cut the microcannula to the according length. Say if we want it on 19 millimeters, we cut it here. To cut the microcannula, I recommend using a razor blade holder like this. It ensures a clean, precise cut with a sharp edge. Scalpels can work too, but avoid using scissors. They can deform or close the tip, which may block the flow and compromise the performance. Now you can see that the cannular system is cut to the according length. Understanding the principle behind the EndoColibri system is essential for effective use. To fully activate its irrigation potential, the microcannula should ideally reach close to the apex. However, it's not necessary to hit the exact working length in every canal. Aiming 1 millimeter short is standard, but even if you are 2 or 3 millimeters short, the system remains highly effective because irrigation extends ahead of the tip by at least 3 millimeters. When cutting the microcannula, choose the length based on the shortest canal. So if your canals are 17, 18 and 19 millimeters, for example, cutting it a little short to 17 usually works well for all. This is especially true for palatal canals. They are often longer and wider, allowing the outer cannula to advance further before it binds at the orifice, bringing the tip close enough. Thanks to the combined action of apical negative pressure, sonic or ultrasonic activation, and the resulting negative shock waves that are created due to the binding of the outer cannula, the irrigant flows far beyond the tip, cleaning areas the cannula doesn't physically reach. As shown in the model, even though the microcannula isn't inside the MB2, the apical region is still fully irrigated. In the rare case that one canal is significantly longer, more than 4 millimeters beyond the others, you can irrigate it separately. Cut the microcannula to the long working length, clean that canal first, and then proceed with the shorter canal. Before using the prepared EndoColibri system on the patient, it's important to check that both the microcannula and the macrocannula are functioning correctly. To do this, place a few drops of water or irrigant on a plate or paper block, then test the suction and flow by activating the system over the drops. As shown in the video, this quick check confirms that both the suction and the sonic activations are working properly. You'll also see how powerful the suction is, even from the microcannula with extremely small inner diameter. It's essential to always have irrigant flowing through the system during activation, whether sonic or ultrasonic, to ensure proper cooling and prevent overheating. Also remember, the system should always be activated during use, as this keeps the cannula clean and free of debris. If the activation stops while inside the canal, the risk of clogging increases significantly. To unleash the full potential of the EndoColibri system, we recommend using an external surgical vacuum pump. It provides much stronger negative pressure, enhancing irrigant flow and intensifying the shock waves for more effective cleaning. The EndoColibri system is designed for final irrigation only. It should not be used during instrumentation, as heavy debris can easily clog the fine macrocannula and flow channels. Always perform initial irrigation with a standard needle to ensure smooth, clog-free operation before starting your final irrigation protocol with the EndoColibri. When used as recommended and kept activated, the system rarely clogs. In the unlikely event of a blockage, simply activate the EndoColibri in a cup of water. It usually clears itself within 10 to 20 seconds. When using ultrasonic activation, start at 50% intensity. Once you've practiced the timing and the movement, you can increase it to up to 75%. I get asked a lot, what's the recommended shaping size for the EndoColibri system? The answer is, it's compatible with nearly all common shaping sizes. Of course, if we shape up to a size of 30 or 35, the microcannula will reach very close to the apex, allowing maximum irrigant exchange. But even with minimally invasive shapes like 2503, for example, the system is highly effective, as long as the tip comes no more than 3 to 4 millimeters short of the apex. As we've shown, the irrigation remains active at least 3 to 4 millimeters ahead of the microcannula, thanks to activation, apical negative pressure and shockwave effects. Let's take a look at a clinical case using the EndoColibri system. After shaping, we begin by localizing the orifice where the outer cannula will bind. For this, we use the EndoColibri probe. In this case, we are using 3590 tips, so we are using the 0.9 millimeter diameter side of the EndoColibri probe, easily identified by its green stopper. We take these measurements in all canals. In this example, the binding depths are all similar across canals. To handle small differences, we use varied reference points. For instance, a palatal cusp in one canal and a buccal or mesial reference in another, which helps standardize the measurement and prepare the cannula accurately. Once we've taken these readings, we mark and cut the EndoColibri chip according to the shortest canal lengths, as previously discussed. And now we are ready to begin the irrigation protocol. The irrigant is supplied by a standard syringe fitted with a normal cannula. To make application easier for the assistant, we recommend bending a small hook about 2 to 3 millimeters at the tip to easily supply the irrigant to the axis of the tooth. The EndoColibri is now introduced into the canal. Use a gentle continuous in and out motion. This movement allows the outer cannula to seal and release repeatedly against the canal wall, which is key to generating the system's characteristic negative shock waves. As the microcannula reaches close to the working length, or about 2 to 3 millimeters short, the macrocannula moves in rhythm, creating cycles of apical suction and irrigant release. This results in a high-speed irrigant flow, powerful exchange, and a thorough cleaning. You'll notice a distinct clucking or pulsing sound, and sometimes even feel the vibration in the tubing. This is the movement the outer cannula seals, the flow briefly pauses, and then restarts as it unseals, a clear acoustic sign of the shockwave effect in action. Throughout the process, activation with a sonic or ultrasonic device must be maintained. This keeps debris from accumulating and prevents the system from clogging. At the same time, the continuous irrigant flow cools the system and protects against overheating. The assistant should adapt the irrigant volume to match the evacuation capacity of the EndoColibri. Irrigation time is typically 1.5 to 2 minutes per canal. We primarily use sodium hypochlorite, followed by a short rinse with EDTA, and if preferred, a final rinse with hypochlorite again. The choice of irrigants is entirely flexible, and EndoColibri works independently of the solution used, allowing you to adapt the protocol to your clinical preferences. After completing the irrigation protocol, the EndoColibri can be used to fully dry the root canal system by evacuating the remaining irrigant. Simply enter each canal with the EndoColibri tip for about a second. That's usually enough to completely clear out the fluid. In most cases, only a single paper point is needed afterwards to dry the canal completely and prepare it for obturation. The days of using multiple paper points are over. You're now ready to obturate and complete the root canal treatment efficiently. Thank you very much for watching. Now it's your turn to experience and discover the power of the EndoColibri and bring irrigation to the next level. I hope you enjoy using it in your daily practice as much as I do. Take care and see you soon.